Hello, my name is Koshik,
Hello, my name is Bharat.
and we're going to be talking about the World Cup and the upcoming Cricket World Cup next year.
Mm-hmm. So, Kaushik, do you know anything about the World Cup that's going on
Not
right now?
really, I have not been watching. And for viewers listening who haven't been watching, we'll give you a quick rundown, I guess, of what has
Yep.
happened.
Okay. The first match yesterday was the Portugal versus Morocco, which Portugal,
Spain and Morocco.
Spain and Morocco, and Portugal versus Switzerland.
Yeah,
Um, Morocco beat Spain and Portugal beat Switzerland. So it's Morocco versus Portugal in
in
the
the
semifinals.
in the quarterfinals. Yes,
Wait,
in the
yeah,
quarterfinals.
quarterfinals. Yeah.
So Morocco, Spain and Morocco were 0-0, and then Morocco scored 3 penalties at the end, while
Mm-hmm.
Spain scored 0, and Portugal demolished Switzerland 6-1. The other bracket is England versus France in the quarterfinals. France beat Poland 3-1, and England beat Senegal 3-0. It's Croatia versus Brazil in the other one, with Brazil beating South Korea 4-1,
Yeah.
and Croatia beating Japan. It was a tied game 1-1, and then Croatia scored 3 penalties at the end.
At least South Korea scored one, which is a very hard thing to do against Brazil.
Yeah,
Okay, we had Netherlands versus USA, where Netherlands beat USA 3-1, and Argentina versus Australia, where Argentina beat Australia 2-1.
yeah. So the final bracket in the quarterfinals is Netherlands versus Argentina, which even though I don't know anything about soccer or slash football, I'm pretty sure Argentina is gonna
Yeah,
win against the Netherlands here.
yep, and maybe Brazil's gonna win against Croatia.
Yeah. Um, England and France. Who do you think's gonna win?
Maybe France. I don't know. The odds are like tied to like 50-50 to each team.
Okay, France won the last World Cup. I know that much.
Yeah.
So it'll be that France trying to regain their title. Portugal and Morocco. After Morocco beats Spain, who do you think they have a chance against Portugal?
No, Portugal is gonna win.
All
I think
right,
so. Yeah.
they do have Cristiano Ronaldo, so I
Yeah.
guess that's the thing. So who do you think is gonna make it to the semis then? Argentina versus Brazil,
Yep, that's true.
and
And
then
maybe France versus Portugal.
okay, and for the finals, who do you think? If we're putting Argentina versus Brazil in the semis, who do you think will win that matchup?
Argentina?
Argentina?
Yeah.
I mean, Brazil's a strong team.
Yeah, but Argentina is also a strong team.
Okay, all
But
right.
didn't Brazil lose one match?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Um, okay, if we're then France and Portugal, who do you think's gonna win that one? If we put France and Portugal in the other semis.
It would be like a great thing if Portugal won, but I think France gonna win. France
All
is
right.
gonna win.
Okay, so the finals, we're basically predicting that will be Argentina
Versus
versus
France.
Portugal,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be a close matchup. I feel like
Yeah.
Messi versus
Yeah.
Ronaldo
Imagine this.
in a World Cup
So
final.
Portugal scored two, Argentina scored two. It's
Yeah.
overtime.
Yeah.
The one who scores is gonna be winner of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Suddenly Messi scores and Cristiano Ronaldo lost.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting matchup
Yeah.
with that. I kind of want to see that actually happen
Yeah.
here.
That'd be like for like all soccer fans.
Yeah, or football fans.
Yeah.
I
That's
think we should bring into the debate if we can call it soccer or football, because I think that's a massive thing with the World Cup.
yeah. I mean soccer is for only like America and US, but football is for all the other states out there.
Yeah, all the other countries. Only the U.S. calls it
Yeah.
soccer.
Because they have a game called football, so
Yeah, I personally think we should call it football because you kick it with your foot.
yeah.
It's football.
That's true.
Soccer doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So I call it football, but you guys can think what you want to think. You can call it whatever. I'll still understand. I just won't get why soccer. All right, so let's quickly switching gears to the Cricket World Cup coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So some of you already know that the T20 World Cup was earlier this year in November and October.
Yeah.
Next year's the ODI World Cup. So for people who don't watch cricket, let's give a quick rundown of the rules, I think. So ODI World Cup is so basically cricket. What it is it's a over base game. So it's
It's
kind of
like
like baseball.
yeah,
It's kind of like
baseball.
baseball, but with two bases.
Mm-hmm.
You still score runs, but like a home run is 6 runs. It's not everyone around the bases
Mm-hmm.
goes to home. And if you hit the boundary with it bouncing, so it'll be a 4 runs,
Mm-hmm.
and you score runs. But if you don't hit it to the boundary, you run between the two bases called wickets. That's yeah,
Yeah.
that's like the simplified version. So the bowler he gets to bowl 6 balls in 1 over.
Yeah, that's called over. So his aim is to like knock out the wickets
Yeah,
behind the.
the wickets are like 3 sticks behind the batsman,
Mm-hmm.
and the batsman has to hit the ball for runs, and the bowler is trying to hit the wicket so he can get the batsman out. There's still catch outs and
Mm-hmm.
um, There's bowling. There's bowled out. There's catch outs, and there's uh, LBW,
Yeah,
which if your leg is before,
like before wicket.
if the ball hits your leg and it would have gone to hit the sticks,
Yeah,
then you're also
like when
out.
you like, try to protect the wickets with your leg.
Yeah.
That's the
Um.
LBW.
Yeah. Is that also out? So if we look by the overs, it's 6 balls each. So there's 3 forms of cricket. There's Test cricket, there's ODI cricket, and there's T20 cricket.
Mm-hmm.
So T20 cricket has 20 overs per batting side. So they get 20 overs to score as many runs as they can, and ODI there's 50 overs to score as many runs as they can, and Test is a totally different thing. You get unlimited overs, but you have to bat twice, and you have to bat until all of your batsmen are out.
Mm-hmm.
So the upcoming World Cup is the ODI World Cup, which is like the main World Cup in cricket. So the
Yeah.
main major teams are India, um, Australia, England,
Pakistan.
New Zealand, Pakistan,
Mm-hmm.
Bangladesh, Sri Lanka. Afghanistan's in there. West Indies used to be a very good contender. West Indies is basically like all the Caribbean countries,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't. They're not really that great
Yeah.
anymore. They didn't even make it into the T20 World Cup earlier this year. So um, while we're actually talking, the India Bangladesh's match just ended with Bangladesh winning against India
Yeah.
by 5 runs. So
It was a pretty close match.
it was a close match, but I feel like India's had a tough time in the
Yeah.
past like a year
Yeah.
getting good players and having them in form.
Mainly since the loss of Dhoni.
Yeah, Dhoni, for all of you don't know, was a really good captain of India, but he retired in 2019 after the 2019 World Cup.
Yeah. So basically, India doesn't have like any much great players.
Yeah, not anymore. At
Mm-hmm.
least we still have Virat Kohli, brilliant batsman. Rohit Sharma, a brilliant batsman. We have good bowlers. India has good bowlers, but nobody's really been in form.
Yeah.
So,
It basically doesn't have strikers, right?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Other contenders of the World Cup, like favorites, I guess, would be Australia. They've won the most ODI World Cup, so they have a big chance. But a lot of their good best players have been retiring, so
Yeah.
it's gonna. They didn't even make into the semis in the T20 World Cup earlier this year.
That's
So
sad. Yeah.
England just won the T20 World Cup, and they won the ODI World Cup in 2019. So I feel like they're a big contender.
Yeah. England is like on a winning streak right now.
Yeah, their captain Ian Morgan retired in like 2021, but he won them the World Cup, and then Joss Butler, their captain now, won them the T20 World Cup. So in limited overs cricket, they've been doing really really
Yep.
good, which they're a big contender at this point. But the World Cup is being held in India, so India does have a home field advantage for
Yeah.
baseball people. Yeah, so they know the conditions and everything, so they have a big chance.
Mm-hmm.
Let's quickly compare the cricket World Cup to the football World Cup, real quick.
Okay. Yeah.
So they're both pretty big World Cups, obviously, because people watch cricket, they watch soccer or football. So pretty obviously, soccer, like the FIFA World Cup, makes more money because soccer is the most popular sport
Mm-hmm.
in the world.
Yeah, it's also known as like the king of sports.
Yeah, it's worldwide popular, while cricket is mostly in like ex British Empire countries since the British came up with cricket.
Yeah,
I think the most focus on in sport wise would be on the FIFA World Cup right now
yeah, that's true.
because most people just like it way more than cricket because
Mm-hmm.
most people haven't even heard of cricket. If like you might be, this is the first time you're hearing of the sport cricket
Yeah,
on this
that's
podcast.
true. That's
So
true.
yeah, that's pretty much it for today's episode. We'll see you next time. I've
Bye.
been Koshik.
I'm your I am host Bharat.
Yeah. All right. See you guys later.